Women, women, women. I got a bone to pick with some of y'all. This bone in particular that I'm going to be picking at is kind of in relation to, it's very much in relation to a question that I received on my main channel about fickle women. Dude, if you're watching this, I'm gonna make you like a proper like bull, like I'm gonna go in on these women, you know, like it's good. I'll put that on my main channel, but I kind of just want to reiterate my points here. Yo, some of you girls, honestly, like, you guys are funny, yo. I'm not generalizing, but a lot of you women have these attitudes towards men like, oh yeah, I hate men, and like all this shit, they're up to no good, and like they're such jerks, and men are assholes and everything. And yet a lot of women watch our show, right? So they already know our mentality in terms of that whole bullshit that some of you women be speaking. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why men are such assholes is because of you, bitch ass. I was saying this yesterday on blog, where it's like, you know, they always say, oh yeah, be yourself when you go and you talk to a girl, like, you know, just show the real you and shit. That's fucking bullshit. No one wants to see that shit. No one wants to see the real you, like, straight up. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm a goofy dude, right? You know what I mean? Like, I have my moments where I'm serious and I can hold an intellectual conversation for the most part. But, you know, I'm young too, right? So I like to have fun and just joke around and, like, you know, just, you know, like, whatever, right? And so for any of you guys who like are watching this for the first time, and if you haven't seen my show, then you won't know the kind of character that I am, the kind of person that I am, like, you know. But you know, that's one degree, that's one side of me, right? You know what I mean? I have many different personalities, not on like some schizophrenia type shit. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, honestly, I probably couldn't go and step up to a chick and do half the shit that I do on my show. I couldn't act like that because, you know, unless the girl is weird on that level as well, you know, they're not going to be into that right away. There are 3 types of women that I hate. I hate fickle women, I hate flaky women, and I hate fakers. You know what I'm saying? So let me break it down to you. Now, the flaky chick, she's gonna be the one who is, you know, whether you step to her or she steps to you first, you know, you guys are gonna be kicking it or whatever like that, and, you know, things are gonna be good between you, and then out of nowhere, she's just gonna change sporadically on you. Like, she's just gonna stop returning your calls, or she's going to not text you as much, or, you know, like her whole attitude is going to change, like, out of nowhere. It's gonna come like straight on some sideways type shit. Now, the flaky chick, she's the one where, you know, you ask her out and, you know, she's all about it. She wants to, like, do stuff with you and, like, go out with you and everything like that. And you guys make arrangements. You start making plans and all this shit. And then when it comes, and let's say you make plans like a week in advance. And then when it comes time for y'all to meet up or whatever like that, and you give her a call, she's nowhere to be found. Like, she just disappeared off the face of the earth. She went Jack Bauer on you and just turned ghost. You know, and like, you're calling her, leaving her text messages, and still nothing. You know what I mean? And then to make it worse, she'll get at you like 2 days later and like make up some bullshit story. She's like, oh yeah, sorry, my cousin's friend's brother got pregnant or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, brother. You know what I'm talking about. Primarily, this means that she's not interested in you, because no girl is going to flake on a dude that, you know, that they like, unless they have valid reason. And a lot of times it's not valid, you know. And if it is valid, then they'll at least get at you the day of or the day before, saying, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, see, that's the thing. I respect that. I respect the girl, like honestly, like, going back to like the fickle woman. You know, I respect a chick who will be straight up with me, you know what I mean? Don't beat around the bush and lead me on to believe that you're into me and you want to start some shit, and then all of a sudden you change up your ways, because then you're just wasting my time, because then you're leaving me out in the dark and I don't know what the fuck is going on in your head, you know what I mean? And with the flaky women, listen, I made time out of my schedule to come and hang with you, to chill with you, to kick it with you, and I'm assuming that you did the same thing. You know what I mean? If you have a higher priority than me, and you have to attend to something, then fucking tell me. Tell me and it'll be cool. You know what I mean? If it's a case where you're just not interested in me, then don't fucking make the date. You know what I mean? Don't take my number. Don't give me your number. Don't give me any number at all, which now leads into my next one, the fakers. The ones who, you know, you get at them for the first time, you approach them, you talk to them or whatnot, and, you know, they give you a fake number. Like, that's fucking bullshit to me. You know what I mean? And there are some girls who kind of just do it because they avoid, like, they can't really handle those kind of situations. Like, they don't know how to handle it, and like, they obviously don't want to give up their real number, but they're too nice in the sense that they don't want to, you know, break a dude's heart or anything. Honestly, break hearts. Like, why would you do that? Because then now he's gotta let down his boys. He's like, yo, man, just give me a fake number. And then they laugh at him and shit. And then, you know, he gets scarred for life. And if this is like a habit that keeps happening, what's gonna happen over time is that he's gonna become bitter towards women. He's gonna be like, fuck women. I don't give a shit. Women ain't shit. And that's what you hear all the time from guys. You know what I mean? Guys always be saying that shit. And it's like a vicious cycle because women are now complaining at the monsters that they created. But y'all are the bitches. Y'all are the monsters who created that shit. So if you really want to point the fingers and get mad at somebody, you get mad at yourselves or get mad at the women who do that shit. You know, I apologize for the women who actually, like, come correct on all levels, you know? Like, for the women, if I step to you and I'm asking for your number and you're not feeling me, don't give me the fucking number. Just tell me straight up. I'm primarily a nice, like, not a nice guy. No, I don't think, well, nah, I'll take that back. There are some nice guys out there, but, you know, I don't classify myself as a nice guy. Like, I'm not a doormat. I'm not gonna let no bitch walk all over me and shit like that. You know, I'm not really a pushover in a sense, you know? But, again, like, I like doing nice things for girls that I like, man. I see no problem, like, you know, opening the door for a girl. But then again, I do that for everybody. So some girls may look at that and be like, oh, he's too nice, he held the door for me. I'm like, so? You're acting like I fucking followed you in the bathroom and wiped your ass for you when you took a shit. You know what I mean? It's called being courteous, man. So sometimes that gets misconstrued as being, like, too nice, and girls often take that for granted. You know what I mean? So it's so stupid. For the fellas, if you're that kind of guy who acts like that, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Okay, I thought the cops were for me, guys. I thought they saw me recording and shit. Woo, that would have been bad. But anyway, yeah, if you're that kind of guy who's like a nice dude, or a good dude, sorry, and you know, you like to do nice things for a girl that you're feeling. Not overly nice, obviously, but, like, you know, you hold the door for her. If you're on a date, you know, you open the passenger door for her, or whatever like that. Just being a courteous person and shit. You know what I mean? You can't do that shit. You know what I mean? The fickle girls, you need to be real with dudes, man. If you're not into them, or if, like, you're into them at first and then you suddenly change your mind, and then they ask you what the deal is and you're like, nothing. You know what I mean? Don't give us that bullshit, you know, because you're just wasting our time. You know what I mean? Like, especially if I haven't invested a whole lot of time, there's no emotional baggage. Like, I'm not attached to you, bitch. So just fucking tell me what's up so I can move on, you know? Guys have so many other opportunities, right? So why am I gonna waste time on a bitch that doesn't even want to be with me? That makes no sense. And for the flaky girls, my advice to you girls is, if you know that you can't, if you're not interested in this guy, don't make arrangements with him and, like, and make empty promises and shit. Finally, for the fakers, the girls who give out fake numbers and shit, you know, like, that's not necessary, man. Like, you have that's what your girlfriends are there for, man, to fend off any of these dudes that you're not interested in. So there's no need for you to fucking give out fake numbers, man, if you're not interested in the dude. And it's stupid. It's like, there's girls who will give out their real number and then complain when the guy calls them. And I'm like, well, what did you expect, idiot? Like, you gave him your number. What did you think he was gonna do with it? You know, you wonder why guys are such assholes to you, or to the next girl, or whatever. It's because he's been fucked over in some way, or he grew up with he has older brothers who have told him about the game. You know what I mean? And so he may not have experienced that firsthand, but you know, he's been you know, blessed with that wisdom in regards to how girls really are and how they act and shit. So, you know, he obviously is trying to steer clear from that. So he picks up a different kind of persona that kind of protects him from that shit. You know what I mean? On some real talk. So yeah, man, that fake number shit, y'all gotta cut that shit out, man. If you're not interested in the dude, tell him straight up. And if he's persistent, that's what your girlfriends are there for. You know what I mean? Like, or if he's persistent, like, you know, like, there's so many other ways that you can fend off guys, man. Like, and you girls just resort to like malicious tactics and shit, man. Stop doing that. And my points were kind of all over the place, so I'm gonna do like a real video on my main channel, solidifying my points a little bit, breaking them down within 2 minutes, just quick, fast paced, and just, you know, I'm still gonna go in though. I'm not gonna be holding back, man. I'm gonna be a little bit more ruthless than I was in this video. But yeah, I read the questions today, and so I kind of just wanted to address that. So yeah, but yeah, man, bitches ain't shit.